What's up, little mom?
What?
What's up, little mom?
You're horrible. I hate you so much.
Damn, dude, what happened to the Celica?
This is gonna be my ride for a little bit. We have a nice little project for you guys. I'm assuming you guys already know since you saw the title of the video. That's why you're here. But we'll have a surprise for you later on, I guess. You know. So stay tuned for that.
So where are we going? Where are we going?
Right now we are going to a very big store to buy some supplies for what we're about to do to this car. I really do hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys want to join us, this will be a fun ride. I promise you that.
Damn. Cute.
I know.
So now we're off to Guadalmar.
To Walmart?
Guadalmar.
Walmart.
Alright.
We're about to go to Walmart.
We'll be back! Ah!
So we just got here at the big store where we're gonna buy our supplies because, you know, big stores are life.
We're here at this Walmart, baby. We're getting a heat gun, which is probably not the best heat gun, but you know what? It does the job. Hey, that's all I care about. When
you're in a budget and you're on a time crunch, you gotta do what it works.
You can go to Home Depot, but
maybe we could go to Home Depot, but
that's like 40 minutes.
Exactly. So
Wally World.
Walmart, Wally World. There you go. What? Somebody's trying to steal the Explorer? What?
You damn kid! My old 4 Ford Explorer.
Hasn't killed you yet?
You know, I'm very surprised about that. And y'all may talk shit about Explorers and domestics. This car refuses to die. I'm just saying. Everyone's gonna hate Matt's fake. He doesn't like imports. He's a domestic.
Dream car supposed to be FC.
My dream car is a McLaren.
Hey, don't take my dream car.
Bro, how many dream cars do you want to have? 5?
My dream car, it's a McLaren F1. I don't even know if this is on focus, but you know. Oh sure, move the focus.
Adrian.
What?
I want you to say what you just said.
Okay, we can't find a heat gun at Walmart.
I mean, I have one, but it's like...
Okay, and I had one too, but I forgot to bring it, so... Why don't we just buy, you know, a really expensive hair dryer, and there you go. Same concept.
Okay, so we found the heat gun. It's super cheap. Hell yeah, brother. You know, we could use Adrian's.
Yep, of course, you know. I always knew we could find it, you know. I had faith in us.
No, you didn't. You were just talking about like 5 minutes ago saying, Matt, we're never gonna find it. So yeah.
Should buy a hair dryer instead.
So we found it, and we're gonna buy it, and then we're gonna go back to the garage.
Going to try some wrapping. Now, we've never done this, so this is like a beginner's guide for beginners from beginners. So, I like that name. We're gonna try it in one of our friends' Toyota Corolla. This is a XRS Toyota Corolla. It's a special one.
So that's that nice badge. Crispy.
Crispy. So, as you can see, the hood has gotten a little damage on it. So, he asked us if we could wrap it, and we've never done it, so Matt here has seen countless videos on wrapping. I haven't seen any, so I'm going to this a noob.
I'm YouTube certified, dude.
YouTube certified to wrap. So this is gonna be our first attempt, first go at it, and kind of taking you guys step by step to it. So if you guys want to try this at home, this is what you should expect from beginners that have never done this, just like you guys, and are just trying it for the first time. We never tried this, nothing, nowhere, no test panels, nothing. So this is a real world experience of what will happen when new people just try to wrap with no experience whatsoever.
Alright, so first up guys, this thing you want to do, prep work. Prep work for wrapping a hood, from what I've seen, from all the stuff that I've looked at, all the research on. Prep work is key. You can't just like lay some wrap and just do it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to spray down the hood, use some soapy water, and make sure you have a microfiber towel.
Phones, clean cars, clean glass. If you ever drop one of these, don't use it.
So yeah, so first what we're going to do is that we're going to spray the hood with soapy water first, and then next thing that we're going to use is a clay bar. So with the clay bar what it does is that once you put all the soapy water and everything, it picks up all the contaminants. Like, so like, let's say like dried like bugs, like oils, like dirt, shit like that. It'll pick everything up. So that way you're using a clean surface when you lay the wrap down. This is our mother's clay bar. We got this at AutoZone we got it with a little kit, which comes with like a waxer and stuff like that for like, it was 20 bucks. I know if you look on online and everything, you can find it for like what, 6 to 8 bucks. I'm not really sure of the price. Ours was like 20 because it came with like a pack. Like, you can get this at AutoZone. Real cool stuff right here. Mother's California Gold Clay Kit. So
Mother's no sponsor.
This is not a sponsored video. So yeah, we're gonna use the clay bar. We're gonna spray the hood down real quick, and we're gonna try to clean it as best as we can. So that way we can dry it off and then get to the important part, wrap. We're gonna get everything. Also, we want to spray the fender because when we're gonna lay the wrap, we're not gonna lay like an exact cut of the hood. We want like a little extra. So that way, when we're trying to pull the film and try to glass it, which is essentially when you get it to look like, it looks like it's wrapped, but it's not, then you can start messing around with it, and it gives you leeway to pull and then cut what you need. Jesus. Yeah,
you wanna go at it, you know?
Get in there.
Go to town on it.
What sucks is that his hood is kind of stripped, so I wanna get this as much as possible. So he had a wrap. Our friend had a wrap on this originally, and he pulled it, and it pulled off the, or not all the tape, but the vinyl film that was on it. So we want to get as much of it off as possible because, you know, we don't want any of that dirt showing and stuff like that. You know, we want a good, clean surface, not filled with any contaminants, stuff like that. So it's just, you know, your prep work, you know, with everything, you do your prep work right the first time, it makes everything easier in the long run.
And it lasts longer.
Yeah, that's what we want, longevity here. Not, you know, hi guys, there's a wrap. And then, you know, like a couple weeks later, he's like, yo, my wrap is coming apart. We don't want that.
Yeah.
This is a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
And we want to do the best we can. You know, like, you know, if you're doing this to your car, do the best you can. This is your car, you want it to look nice. Just do your prep work and you'll be fine. So now we're gonna wipe it off. Vehicles and stuff like that, is that, you know, there's gonna be dents, you know, from, you know, if this is a daily driven car, you know, you're gonna find like hood dents and stuff like that, especially if you're driving on the highway. It will show depending on the wrap. Like, since we're working with a carbon fiber wrap, this one right here, it's dark, so you won't see the dents as much unless like you get like super up close, which is okay because, you know, it's a daily driven car. So right now we're just gonna clean up the surface, and then we'll kind of get to, you know, laying your vinyl. This beautiful piece right here. Now it's time to lay down your wrap. So what you want to do is, from what I've seen, is that you want to get like a length of how much wrap. Like, I think this wrap is about like 5 feet tall. It's a 5 foot tall wrap. Measure your hood. You want to know how much you're gonna use. So from the first fender line, from the edge of the hood that we have, this one is about 54, a little bit like 54 and a half. Very weird size for a hood. So it's 54 and a half, so when you're cutting your piece, you're like, okay, so I need about 54 and a half, and you want to add like 2 or 3, like about like 3 inches of clay on all sides, so that way when you're pulling the wrap, when you need to, or just cut a little bit more, because the more you have, the more contact you have on the body of the car, it makes it a lot easier to pull on the wrap. You guys will see what I mean in a minute. So we're not laying the wrap right now. It still has the protective coating on it still.
On both sides?
Huh?
Both sides?
Like, what do you mean?
On the face too?
On the face shouldn't have it on, from what I assume. This one looks like it's just like, yeah, it looks like it's just the wrap itself. Like, this is bare wrap. So we're kind of working with a limited amount. Be careful because, you know, you want to do everything right the first time. Does it go over the fender a little bit? Like how much? That much from the fender. Instead of having all this extra, we can cut it. So that way we have like it's not too long, Okay. That we can't mess with it, but it's long enough
to
pull and stuff like that. So let's cut our piece. So let's make a little incision right here so that we know how much we're cutting. So go on that side, hold it, pull it, down. So I'm not cutting into the body. If that's what that looks like. I'm like really like away from it. If our friend sees this, I promise we're doing this. We're doing this somewhat accurately. So let's just cut it down. Putting it out. So that way we can have, you know, it's not too excess on the front. So that way it's like it's the size that we want, but you know that it makes it a lot easier to work with. No, that's fine. So from what I heard, this technique is making relief cuts. Another thing is that you want to save vinyl as much as you can, because let's say you're like wrapping your whole car. You know, just save your pieces because you never know when you could use it. Like this is like you can use this for something, maybe like a door handle or like a mirror or something like that. Who am I getting most of this from? It's CK Wraps because I remember watching his video about it. So yeah, just keep it wrapped. You know, we have it wrapped up now. Real nice. And we're just gonna put it somewhere else to the side so it doesn't get messed up. Now we have I have a good cutout, like a base. So from what we need to do now, since I have Adrian, it's gonna make this a lot easier. I have some magnets. So Adrian's she's kind of following my lead because I'm the one who's been doing most of the research on this.
Yes.
So I have some magnets. We're gonna put it on the side of that fender, like I said before, to cut it. Not to cut it. I mean, like, you know, that piece that we cut, so we have some excess on the fender. So that way, when we're putting it together, we're kind of positioning everything. So that way, everything's all good before we decide to take out the protective film on the back, the adhesive, and kind of just roll it out.
Okay.
So putting this down now, and then I'm putting another piece here. That way we can start positioning our vinyl. So let's look at this side real quick. You know, just inspect everything, make sure you know everything's good. That we have just enough, because too much is better than too little. So we have a good sized piece, at least from what I've seen. Like it'll stick. We'll be able to. What we want to do now is that term I brought up is glassing it. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take out the vinyl from this side and kind of just pull it out from under and just unravel it onto the body of the car. So that way it's not all wrinkled or anything like that. We're gonna apply the vinyl.
So what do you want me to do?
So you see how I have the magnets there? That's kind of holding it together. So that way it's still straight. Because I want everything to line up, like not crooked. So actually let's position this a little bit more so that way we know it's straight.
Okay, so let's start again. So what happens if you squeegee it when it's still bubbling?
It makes it a lot harder. Don't hold the vinyl too much. You want to get all those wrinkles out. That's our goal. So we want to do this in sections. We're just kind of like laying it over. We're not really like putting it on the hood. So this is kind of the hard part, I guess, or the tedious part.
Just caressing it for good luck.
Caressing it. So, like you can see that we have like wrinkle spots because we're pushing from the edge. So that's why I say, you know, excess is golden. So I think this is the white glitter. We're gonna keep going again. We're gonna keep working in sections. Try to get as much as these wrinkles out. So that way, when we start squeezing out the wrap, it's a lot easier. So sections are. Lift, Adrian, lift. Let's get these other wrinkles right here. Lay it down. want to pull, so they are. Usually you can get them out, but you want to remember. So you want to lay it as flat as possible. So lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it a little bit, Here. All right, now lay it. This is really your groundwork right now. So, and it gets very teased. Because you want to get it as flat as possible before you start squeeging.
This color is hard to see what's actually happening.
Like, what do you mean?
Because of the carbon fiber.
The pattern?
Yeah. Pattern makes it kind of hard to see.
So we get that in. So we're going to lift the top. Lift, 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 lift. We're going to... Alright, lay. Remember, no wrinkles. As flat as possible. Lift your end a little bit more. So this. You see where that wrinkle spot's starting to form? Yeah. So try to pull from there. Lift it up a little bit. So it goes away. And lay down slow. You can get on the fender, it's fine. Like I said, we have the...
From how we started though, this right now looks really nice. For how we started. Now of course there's a lot of still wrinkles and bubbles, but...
This is, you know...
Yeah.
Keep pulling, and then once we get...
I'm assuming these and once we get them with the squeegee and putting it down.
Yeah, because then you have places where air can go.
So
Like you see how this hood has like a little...
Yeah.
Little scoop right there? So... We want to get, if this goes good, we may wrap this up.
This goes good, we'll wrap every car we own.
Oh shit, you know too. So it's right here. Now I'm pushing down on it a little bit. So that way we know, that's our point of reference.
Yeah, you can see that.
So now it's glass. There's, like I said, like, for the most part it looks way better.
So now you guys can see how...
After like, what, like 20 minutes of like holding this?
Yeah. You can see this is all, has air bubbles and everything under the wrap. But that's because the hood naturally dips down there. So we'll just have to squeegee those out. As you can see, the texture does come through a little bit. Let's see if I can... Yeah.
It looks really cool, like I really like it.
So the texture of under the hood does come through a little bit, but it's again, it's a daily driven car. Nothing much you can do about that. So, but from how we started, this is looking pretty amazing already. So, not gonna lie, like, this is legit. So, man, kind of getting pumped up, you know, about...
He's thinking about it now.
Right?
He's thinking about having his car.
Right?
That'd be cool, we could do like a little series on it.